Yeah, there is a myth, and me personally, when I go and see people and I get off my backside and go and see clients, I walk through the door and the first thing they say is, "Oh, you're not what I was expecting." Now, I think where that comes from is initially they'll look on our website, and then you as the client, you're probably looking at that website thinking, hang on a minute, are these bald heads, leather jackets, tattoos, baseball bats, are they going to destroy the reputation of my business? So I always say that when I go and see people, I walk through the door and they say, "You're not what I was expecting." Now, that's a good thing for me, because debt collection isn't about bald heads, leather jackets, tattoos, baseball bats. It's about acting with a professionalism. It's about acting ethically, and it's about doing things by the book. And I laugh to myself when people say that, because half of the people that do call us, with respect to them, that's what they want, because they get angry. And I will say to a client, you don't need to get angry. What you need to do is, if you need to financially punish somebody, not threaten to break their kneecaps, and we're certainly not going to get involved in that. And I will spend an hour with the clients, and we go and see some real big businesses, and you're talking hundreds of millions of pounds worth of turnovers, and we see CEOs, and I've had guys say to me, "I love your approach, I like the way you do things, I'm happy with your cost, but I'd rather put a baseball bat to his head." Now I always turn around and say, "I didn't hear that, and I'm not interested in that, and if that's what you're looking for, I'll pick up my case and I'll walk out the door." We act how you would want us to act. But the reason people say that is because they're angry, and debtors owing them money, and especially in the COVID period at the minute, people are robbing Peter to pay Paul, people are struggling. You've got to do things properly. When I started this 20 years ago, debt collection was not compliance. Debt collection was about throwing somebody in the back of a boot, and threatening them and threatening family members. That's gone. But I think sometimes people still have that perception that it's out there. It may be out there, but it's not something I condone. And as I say, if anybody says to me that's what we want, I'm not interested. We'll pick up our case and we'll walk out the door. Because we live in a world that everybody knows somebody bigger than somebody else. Yeah. And why would you need to do that? So it's just a big no-no for us. But on the flip side of the coin, it does debtors no harm to understand that we are a no-nonsense service. And all we're asking for is to be shown the same amount of respect that we show a debtor. For me, it's always about when somebody's not getting paid, I always say it's generally because of two reasons. One, a lack of respect for the fact that they owe you money, or two, a lack of motivation to want to pay you. So what we've got to do as a debt collector is we can only motivate a debtor if they respect us. And you're not going to gain a debtor's respect by going in with a baseball bat or threatening them or anything like that. Act with professionalism. Work with the debtor, because not every debtor we go and see is a ducker and diver or somebody that's avoiding. Sometimes there's a genuine case where the guy's burying their head in his sand, and we need to work with that guy to find a resolution. We need to find out what the problem is, and once we find out what the problem is, we can then find the solution.